Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. It's me, Eric, one of the education specialists for Easton Bank's Learning and Life Center. And you are here on our page and we are in the garden. There's a lot happening right now in terms of what's growing, what has been put into the ground. We've started our last round of squash. That was in a previous video I think we posted here. We're harvesting more tomatoes, peppers. We just started harvesting a bunch of okra, which we'll show you all today. The sunflowers are growing, which are right behind me to my right, and they are, it's one thing to see pictures and videos of sunflowers, but to actually grow them yourselves and see them in person and see all the pollinators that come to them, it's beautiful. But before we get into today's video, which we'll be harvesting today and talking about different things that we have enjoyed about the certain varieties and haven't enjoyed about them, like pros and cons, make sure to subscribe, like and share this video, comment, and don't forget to click the notification bell to be notified when we drop new videos, which is every single week. This year we tried a lot of different varieties of the vegetables that we grow with the students. We have I think 2 new varieties of paste tomatoes. We've tried different cucumbers like dragon cucumbers, Parisian pickling cucumbers, the Encashino cucumber. We've also tried the scallop squash. We haven't gotten any scallop squash to grow in the school garden this year. But we've also tried different bean varieties like the cow peas and the purple hull peas. Those are growing fabulous. We're actually growing the purple hull peas for seed because we only had like a small packet and it only had about 10 seeds in there. So we grew, I think, almost all of those seeds that we purchased, and we're letting the plant grow to full maturity until they produce the pods. And the pods have already turned purple, and we're just waiting for them to like clunk out all the way. We'll harvest the seed, wait until next summer, well, late spring, early summer, to grow those seeds, and then we'll be able to give them out to more families because we'll have more seed to actually grow more plants. And we've grown blue spice basil. The blue spice basil is doing so good. It smells so good, and you know, things are happening. And I do wish, I think I mentioned this in a previous video, I do wish that we had a better go with the peppers. The peppers are doing okay. Like they're doing okay. They are producing fruit, but it's not the amount of fruit where the leaves are big, healthy, which allows them to capture more sunlight, which then helps them create their own food supply and grow big and healthy fruits. And so my hope is that come next year, well, no, my thing is, I've been thinking about this. With these raised beds, the top layer gets so dry because it has so much sunlight during the summer. So I'm thinking this fall, after we have already started the the fall crops with the students, like our cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, kohlrabi, broccolinis, all of those fall crops. Once we are ready to put them in the ground, well, in the raised beds, I'm thinking, what if we get a bunch of coco coir or peat moss, whatever is affordable for us at the time. Later this fall, what if we get a bunch of either peat moss or coco coir and have it in a 2-inch layer on top of the soil that is already in the raised bed, and add in some perlite and mix it together with a little bit of worm castings. And I want to see, like, if we mix it up generously into the top layer of the soil, but not too much where it disappears, but just enough to where that top layer of the soil where it's at can absorb that moisture when we're watering. And come next spring and fall, I hope that by doing that, it will encourage all of the squash, tomatoes, peppers that we put in these raised beds to grow even more, to grow healthier, to be able to have access to the water without it drying out so fast, and just create a better atmosphere for the microorganisms that are in the soil right now. Everything is not horrible. I want to mention that the soil is not horrible. However, it can be better. Hey guys, make sure to check out our merch storefront by going to our website, eblcinc.com, where you can find so much merch like mugs, jackets, and hats that support our programming. Now let's get back into today's video. Okay, this is about the 4th tomato that I've seen now, with something having eaten through it. Okay, maybe it's a bird or something, because it happened to those two. And I just noticed this tomato here has the same bite marks on it, as well as this one. And that one is not even ripe yet. What is, do we have a worm of something? I know in the raised bed all the way over there, I saw a cut worm, and I'll put it on screen for you to show you what it looks like. That was in that bed and I took it out. I'm gonna go ahead and harvest this tomato since it's already ripening. But I saw that cut worm over there, and so maybe when you see one, always know that there are more. So unfortunately we missed that one. And this tomato is bad. I don't know what happened to it. We may have tomatoes just growing here because I keep leaving the tomatoes there. There's a tomato stuck back here. I'm trying to grab it. That one's good. Look at that. She's pretty. I'm trying to grab this other tomato. Okay, that's a pretty one too. Then there's one here. These are all of our aroma tomatoes, which are a paste tomato. And then we have these tomatoes here. I'm gonna look in my catalog to see what these are, but these tomatoes are so big and juicy. We have about 3 of those plants. And they're growing nice sized tomatoes. I need to come and put these tomatoes up. Maybe I can just put it through. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna just tie it up in a minute. But let me go. I think that's all the tomatoes that need to be harvested on this side. Yeah. I'm not sure when these tomatoes are going to ripen. It seems like they're gonna take a long time. But let me go ahead and prune some of these tomatoes and tie them up, and we'll move on to the next thing. All right, we've pruned the tomatoes. I need to go put this bag over here. All the tomatoes are pruned. We cleaned up a lot of the vegetation. We tied up tomatoes that were like hanging over onto the trellis. And anytime you're tying up your tomatoes and you see that they are bent, just know that they will reacclimate towards the sun because the plants want that sunlight. And I just went through and picked off any of the flowers that were like bent. That is because of poor pollination. So if the bees are not coming to your tomato plants and pollinating, you need to make sure that you are shaking the tomato. I know I've already said this in probably like 2 videos already, but I just want to remind you, if you have gone through this entire summer and have had little to no harvest of your tomatoes, that is why. You need to make sure that you have a good watering schedule, that the plants have enough food, that you are giving them bone meal, which helps them produce more flowers, and that once they produce those flowers, you are hand pollinating them like so. All right, that's the tomato. Oh, I just noticed this tomato here. I think this is one of our mortgage lifter tomatoes. Look at that. It's gonna get so big. I was trying to make my camera focus. That is gonna be so big. I just noticed that. That is coming from this plant here. It took the entire summer for it to produce that one flower. I mean, that one fruit. That's crazy. I knew this plant was gonna have big fruit. There's another one here growing. It's still small. So we probably won't be able to harvest no more than 2 or 3 tomatoes from this one plant. That's why I pruned, because by pruning, you allow the plant to actually focus its energy on the fruit that's already growing. So what I may do before I leave here quickly is prune a little bit more so that this tomato can get more energy. Because you can see from this one stalk, it branches twice, and then those two branches branch again into two more. So I need to go and prune any suckers. I'll do that before I leave. But yeah, guys, that's the video for today. It was a substantial harvest. We have cucumbers, beans, tomatoes, and some peppers. And I already harvested about 2 days last week. So I have a lot of produce to go deliver this weekend. And I'm gonna make sure that the families that we serve, at least one of the families that we serve this week, get some produce. I enjoy the garden, but I'm kind of excited for the fall garden. I'm ready to start all of our fall crops, and I'm really excited. I know I've probably said this already, but I'm really excited for the students to come and see their garden. They haven't been here the entire summer, and so the difference in them being here in the spring, right before summer came, it's a vast difference in what was growing, how the plants look, and everything that is in the garden. The students started most of it. Anything growing now in terms of seedlings, I put the seeds in, but all of the plants that we are harvesting from now, the students put in initially. So I'm really excited to see all of their faces once they see their flowers, the sunflowers that they started, because the sunflowers are another plant that the students put the seed in the ground themselves. And so I'm just really excited to see their faces and to show them, like, yes, I've been taking care of your babies, and now it's your turn. Now that you are back in school, I'm going to hand that over back to you, that responsibility, and now you are able to take care of your babies. So I'm just really excited for them to see all of their hard work is not in vain. And that's one lesson that we strive to teach our students, is that it may seem like a waste of time, like, why are we doing this? It's a lot of hard work in terms of watering, constant watering, making sure that you are understanding what your plants need, doing that trial and error to figure out what they need. And in the end, even if you don't achieve a good harvest, it's still fun in learning the mistakes that you made and learning from that, implement those changes come the next time. So I'm just excited, and I hope you guys are learning that in your gardens as well. Whatever mistakes you are making, just welcome those mistakes and implement the education and the learning that you are having, and implement that into your next growing season. We thank you guys so much for being here in today's video, for watching, and it's time to go get something to eat. So I'm gonna go get me some lunch and probably some fruit as well, and make sure to watch all of these videos that we have here in our playlist, and we will see you guys in the next video. Bye.